and you have to, if you haven't done that stuff, it can sound a little bit unusual until you frame this within the sort of indigenous wisdom aspect. And then actually that is the sort of practice of these lands, is being so in harmony with your natural environment that you would know that living being, that plant, has its own form of wisdom. And it might not be language, it might not be speaking to you, but it might be coming through in another way. So yeah, I feel woad is a very potent plant with a strong kind of anchoring to this country. And yeah, it's been challenging to try and upscale that commercially. We've had 2 full crop failures now. So this year we lost the full 4 acres because we've had a drought. I mean, it's trivial because the farm that we were working with lost a lot of their food crops, and they supply Riverford Organic. So you have to place this in perspective. This was a trial. Last year we lost our acre as well. The year before that you see in the film and that we produced the kits from was a really good year, but it's not the greatest time to be trying to launch a nascent product within what we're experiencing, which, farmers might call it unpredictable weather. Other people might call it climate breakdown,
So through the woad, you're seeing firsthand the impacts of the climate crisis.
Yeah, because last year was a very wet spring, and because they're working organically, they need to be able to get on the land to weed at certain points. They couldn't do that because you can't get machinery on the land. So yeah, we're at the very, very front line of that, and it's been super difficult. And also, funders want to go for the sexy option, and I think to perpetuate capitalism and growth and profit, they're looking at things that they can develop in labs. And my question is, well, it's great, like bioengineered whatever dyes. I'm like, well, cool, it's better than fossil fuel. What are you doing to improve soil health? What are you doing to help our farmers in this country get an extra income stream? So for me, we have to be, I just think if you're not helping improve the topsoil layer that is depleting rapidly, that we are not going to have food if we don't address that. So that's sort of where the focus needs to be for me.
I mean, as you know, probably people in the audience don't, we developed the Great British War Revival because it was a revelation to me through my work in policy that the farmers are losing money on the shearing of the sheep, which they have to do for the well-being of the sheep. Yeah. And I, as being a history geek, knew that was the foundation of the economy here for hundreds of years. And yet when I looked at government funding through UKRI, which for anyone who's in academia will know that UKRI, sorry, my husband's pointing at his ear, it's really distracting to tell me to speak better. UKRI had a big government funder, and they were doing some funding on wool, and I got really excited, but they wanted to fund shiny engineering or polyester fibre combinations with wool, not the mapping. So in the end, we've done the mapping, because I don't think you can fix a problem until you've identified and really tried to reconstitute it, which goes to what you're doing with linen, because I know in Ireland they had to find the equipment to relearn how to work with the linen, literally in the back of old farms, whereas that was the backbone of their economy for hundreds of years. So we have really lost touch with what built our countries from pre-industrial and into industrial. But I'm really interested in what you said about education, because you said in the film that you had a textiles education. Why are you not being taught this if you're paying through the nose to go to fashion university, do you think? Why is this not being taught?